kick off our deep sleepers. And we're going to be starting that with one of my favorite sleepers and an extremely low ADP. We have Brandon Aiyuk, rookie wide receiver for the San Francisco 49ers. And I mean, this is a guy who is probably not getting drafted in most leagues. And I think that's crazy. I think his ADP is set to rise. But at the time of this video, July 13th, which I'm recording, I think Aiyuk has extreme upside that is being overlooked. And I'm quite shocked. I think he has Terry McLaurin-like breakout potential in a better offense, so higher upside. And that's because, first of all, the San Francisco 49ers have 221 vacated touches. And breaking that down, we lost 123 touches from Matt Breida. We lost 53 from Emmanuel Sanders. We lost 22 from Ross Dwelley. And we lost 21 from Marquise Goodwin. And those are a lot of targets for a team that does not throw the ball that much. That's more than half of their passing attempts last year, and I guess rushing attempts you can factor into that. But not only do they have 221 vacated touches, now we have rumblings for Mostert is holding out for a new contract. And I think Mostert is going to miss time this year if he's not traded because 28-year-old back, he's never been paid. If he doesn't get paid now, he's under contract 2 more years for nothing. And he will not get a big NFL contract at 30 in the running back position because he's not that dominant of a player. But if he misses time, then the 49ers are going to be relying on Tevin Coleman and Jeff Wilson in the run game. And Tevin Coleman has been injured throughout his career. So we may see this team start to air it out way more than we anticipated come last season. I think San Francisco is going to be a much more balanced attack. I could see such an uptick in passing. And not to mention, their defense was dominant last year. And I still think it's a very, very good defense. But who knows? Guy or two gets injured. It's just a okay to good defense. Much more favorable passing game scripts. You could see a lot of big plays. And the only wide receiver they have on their team right now who's done anything of any NFL production really is Deebo Samuel. And Deebo Samuel is coming off a foot injury, and they say he's expected to be ready for week 1. I've looked into some of the injury reports. I've checked up on the news. I would say it's 50-50 to see if Deebo's out there week 1. I'm pretty skeptical to see if he starts the year on the PUP list, which would mean their current wide receivers for the 49ers are Kendrick Bourne, Dante Pettis, and Richie James. I mean, those are the only guys who caught passes last year for the team. They have some other low-level guys. But they spent a first-round pick on Brandon Aiyuk, who is only being drafted at wide receiver 62, ADP of 193. I just told you that they have 221 vacated touches. Mostert is maybe holding out. Their defense could regress. Deebo Samuel is banged up. And now let's get into Brandon Aiyuk. There's so much potential here in an offense which Kyle Shanahan is able to get the most out of every single player. And there were some phenomenal wide receivers that were drafted behind Aiyuk. They had faith that Aiyuk was going to be their guy. I think they said that he's the best receiver in the class. They had him ranked at number 1. Who knows if that's true, but still it's high praise. And I think Aiyuk can really thrive with the 49ers because he is an explosive playmaker. He's not a possession receiver. He's not a big, tall guy. I believe he's 6 feet tall, and he has burst. He ran a disappointing 40 time, 4.5, but just turn on his game. They call him the Yak King for a reason, which is the yards after catch, because he takes slants to the house like Odell Beckham. He's a phenomenal returner as well. I think he could be an explosive playmaker. I think that Aiyuk has the perfect skill set to take over the Deebo Samuel role, and Samuel, when he comes back, evolves more to a downfield threat. I expect Aiyuk to catch a lot of bubble screens, slip screens, curls, drags, slants, quick little passes that Garoppolo excels at. And Shanahan loves to call creative plays for these players. And he is so good after the catch that he will make so much out of these plays. And I think it's not unreasonable to see him get 100 targets because there's so many vacated touches. Deebo's banged up, and Mostert might be holding out. And I think Garoppolo's going to be passing the ball a lot more. And he's an underrated quarterback. People hate on him so much, but I think he is much better than people give him credit for. And I like their early season schedule of Arizona, the Jets, Giants, Eagles, Dolphins. Those defenses are not really that good. I think Brandon Aiyuk will be able to get us to a hot start. And the good thing is, which is the best thing about having these late round sleepers, you're going to know what you're getting in the first 3 to 4 weeks because you're going to see, is he incorporated in the offense? Is he a focal point? Is he just a returner? Are they a running heavy team again? Is Mostert holding out? Is Deebo healthy? You're going to know what you have in Aiyuk. That's the main thing about knowing about having a deep sleeper. They're the last spot on your bench. You can't hold them forever. You need that waiver wire claim. You will know with Aiyuk, and I think he's not going to be a top 10 wide receiver. I'm not calling him a hidden gem, Odell Beckham type breakout rookie season, but I think that he has flex consideration from day one. I could see him finishing as a top 30 wide receiver for the year, and I think that no one is talking about him. I think he's going to be a phenomenal play for basically every week because I think he's had that consistency in the short targets, no matter who they're playing, what the game script is. And worst comes to worst, he'll be in there in the return game. He was a phenomenal returner in college. Maybe he gets 2 return touchdowns for the year. Adds 12 points to his season, I think he's a very underrated player. At his ADP of 193, you were essentially could be even picking him up the waiver claim come week 1. I think he's definitely worth checking out for a late round flyer. And he is a guy that I will be targeting in every single one of my leagues for 1,000%. Just, it's hard to find upside that late. And he offers upside, especially as a rookie. And I know I said to not be so high on all rookie wide receivers, but it's because they don't get opportunity with a short offseason especially. But I think the 49ers are going to be relying on Brandon Aiyuk. Look how they relied on George Kittle when he came to the league. He broke out that rookie season. He's a league winner. I think Aiyuk can be that league winner that Kittle was 2 years ago, and I would 1,000% draft him at the end of my bench with ease, no consideration, no questions asked. And that's it from my Brandon Aiyuk player profile. I have 6 more late round sleepers that I'll be getting into over the coming weeks across all positions, so make sure to stay tuned. And if you have any questions or feedback about this late round sleeper, just let me know down in the comment section. And check out our Instagram for an even more in-depth analysis with statistics in the next few weeks at Gridiron_Guys_YT.